Hello everyone, it is Mike from Mike's Critters coming at you after quite a few weeks off. So I'm going to try to get a few more critters out for you guys today and catch up to me being lazy and not visiting with anyone this way. We have one of my newer pets here. This is a snake. And as we've been learning, snakes are part of the reptile family, which means that you got to have cold blood, scaly skin, and you have a backbone. This little one came from a great little group, sort of old friends of mine. They're called Mostly Just Geckos. They're a local group that are very well respected in the industry. And they breed certain things and they visit shows. And if you're ever looking for a critter, I'd highly recommend checking their pages out on website, Facebook, etc. This, though, is a young boy. This is called a Mid Baja Rosy Boa. And boa constrictors are typically New World animals, though there's one or two in Europe and a couple in Asia and Africa. This one is from the Baja Peninsula, which is kind of California, just a little below into Mexico. And this one is going to get bigger, but it's not like your typical boa that gets fairly large. This animal, since I've had it anyways, I've never seen it above ground. So I'm going to call this animal fossorial, which means it spends its life a lot of its life underground. That way it's kind of safe. Not a lot of things are going to be able to see it. You might see the sand or the dirt moving, but you're really not, an animal's not going to be able to see through the ground to find this animal. It's not mean. It's not dangerous. So being out of sight, out of mind is the best way to protect yourself, really. Someone sees it, tries to dig it up, it's going to dig deeper or just slither away through the sand to escape. All snakes are carnivores. So I do have to feed it meat. It doesn't want anything from Freshco or Save-On. It, at my house, eats small mice. And I always point this out, and I always talk about this. The size of a snake's head really kind of determines the size of food that they can eat. A snake can swallow food 3 times the size of its head. Myself, I'm not going to feed a snake that big of food. I'd rather feed them 2 a little bit smaller than one big. But at my house, it is little mice. And right now, it's eating about every 7 to 9 days. And you notice it's sticking its tongue out. Snakes don't have the ability to hear. They have no ears, and they can't smell. So they're missing 40% of nature's main senses. So the sense it uses, it can see, it can feel touch and vibration, but their sense of their sense of taste is really strong. So it's tasting the air to learn what animals are close to its body. Danger, get away. Dinner, go get them. And I think kind of one of the weirder things about boa constrictors, and so many people aren't aware of this, but there are quite a few reptiles that give birth to live babies. Boa constrictors are one of them. Rattlesnakes, vipers, and maybe the most common one that we might ever see around the lower mainland, garter snakes. There are lizards also that give birth, some skinks, alligator lizards, and even some chameleons. So when they're born, they are miniature versions of their parents. So I hope you enjoyed visiting with this new little one, and I'm going to do a couple other videos for you guys today.